In our first story, the Polytechnic Teachers Association of Ghana, POTAG, has outlined a number of concerns they want President Akufo-Addo to address.
Addressing a press conference in Ho, the General Secretary of POTAG, David Warwi-Brown, appealed to government to facilitate payment of their 2016-2017 academic year book and research allowance and the Tier 2 pension contributions to their trustees. The association also want the president to fulfill his campaign promise of converting Bolga and Wa Polytechnics into technical universities.
We wish to appeal to the presidency that his team, as he's putting them in place, puts the necessary actions to take off smoothly and to enable us, one, continue with the processes of converting the remaining two polytechnics, that is Wa and Bolga, to technical universities in the country as a matter of urgency, as promised during his campaign in Cape Coast Technical University. Two, address the challenges associated with the transition process of the conversions of the technical universities. Three, put a team together as a matter of urgency to deal with the challenges concerning our conditions of service as teachers of technical universities. Four, begin the process for the timely payment of our book and research allowances for the 2016-2017 academic year. Five, release with immediate effect our Tier 2 pension contributions to our trustee.
Meanwhile, the President of the Republic, President Akufo-Addo, together with heads of state and government from some 30 African countries, have committed themselves towards ensuring that economic growth in their respective countries would lead to a more inclusive economy, which ultimately will create jobs for the youth in coming years.
In a communique issued at the end of the 27th Africa-France Summit held in Bamako, Mali, the heads of state agreed to the realization of this commitment within the framework of International Sustainable Development Agenda, the Addis Ababa Action Agenda on Financing for Development, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, and the Africa Union's Agenda 2063, with French President François Hollande in attendance. Development assistance amounting to 20 billion euros to participating countries by 2018 was pledged by the French president. To this end, the heads of state and governments indicated that education and vocational training would be high priorities, as these will improve human development and integration of young Africans in the labor market. They therefore agreed to strengthen the management of education systems on the continent by focusing on quality, particularly by putting in place efficient training and assessment policies, as well as promoting top-quality vocational training. An appeal was made to the international partners to increase their support for the sectors of education and vocational training in Africa, and also for consideration to be given to modern, accessible, and vocational content which meets the needs of the labor market.
Seven Hills Global Outreach, a United States of America-based charity, has adopted Nyitawuta, a remote deprived community in the Akachi North District of the Volta region.
The move, which was facilitated by the Office of the Member of Parliament for the area, is to help provide Nyitawuta with basic social amenities, as well as contribute to improve the impoverished lifestyle of residents.
Nyitawuta is one of the predominant remote farming communities and surrounding communities of the Volta region in dire need of basic social amenities ranging from potable water, educational facilities to healthcare and proper sanitation. Residents in these communities commute several miles to fetch water from dugouts dams for drinking and domestic use. However, through the initiative of Seven Hills Global Outreach, Nyitawuta has been provided a borehole facility. The organization also trained residents in beekeeping and provided startup funds for these individuals to start a bee farm. Founder of Seven Hills Global Outreach, Dr. David Jordan, pledged the utmost support of his outfit to ensure Nitawuta gets at par with other urban communities.
We're now going to, I want Barbara to bring microcredit through Seven Hills to Nitawuta. We also last year brought beekeeping, honey production, and the hope is that we can we tried it at Nitawuta. It seems to work, so we'd like to see if we could expand that, and as a way of making money, economic development for that village. They'll produce honey, produce beeswax, sell it, and everyone in the village, particularly the women, will benefit, because if you benefit women, they naturally take care of the children. So we always try to work first with women and then with men later. But women will always benefit their children first.
Member of Parliament for Akachi North, Peter Nochukoto, noted that his objective for the next 4 years is to provide remote communities in the constituency with basic amenities to improve the standards of living.
Yeah, we want to make Nitawuta a pilot project so that at least we can bring them apart with other communities in the district in terms of amenities. One, they lacked potable water some time ago until we got in touch with Seven Hills Global International. Yeah, and then they came to drill a borehole. The second one was also drilled by Rotary Club. Yeah, and there are a few other communities. When you say Nitawuta, it's not one community. There are about 5 communities, villages, nucleated villages making Nitawuta. But where we have been going normally is where they always meet. Yeah. So we want to get those things for them.
Nevertheless, Nitawuta and its surrounding communities have been connected to the national electricity grid, while access roads to the community are in deplorable state. Ernest Menu for Fred Kwame-Asare.
Ever been to the sea? Ever been to the sea in boats or trolleys, etc.? Ever wondered also the role that flags play on boats?
Well, Joy News' Faustina Safo has been interacting with Kwesiana, a 25-year-old fisherman at Gumwa Fete in the central region, who explains they serve as a compass guide while at sea.
Gumwa Fete is largely a fishing community located in the central region. Interestingly, names like God Day, Thank You Jesus, and Shaze Yamiaye has been designed with bright colors on boats in the area. Kwesiana is a 24-year-old fisherman who grew up in Gumwa Fete. Fishing has been his source of livelihood all this while. He explains why each boat has a name written on it.
Boat no go umpana dey no. Bia ho azin wo ho. Bia no obakese zin no almost start before.
Every boat in this area has a name. For boats without names, they probably have faults or may have undergone maintenance. The name aids in identification. If you take part in any illegal activity, you can be arrested.
The name helps customers to identify boats they can hire on Sundays and those they can't. Some names tell stories of struggles they've been through. Just like cars, each boat has a registration number that helps in the identification of the boat when they travel to other shores.
I today car see nam load no obia car number I say car who did the banana who did juma. That's a mistake we be home number now watch local officer
Just like cars on roads with registration numbers, same applies to a canoe. We register our canoe at Elmina. When accidents occur, the registration numbers serve as a means of identification. Parties involved will then file a report to the appropriate authorities.
Like there, in yeti canoe do you say, would akobo ya mistake be over a yibakeche way ya no wa and then that go to pain in you.
Kwesi Anan explains that apart from showing political stands, flags on each boat serve as a compass guide when night falls.
Obiane or mope. Like let me to them a blue flag, obi or more a white flag. Them not.
When night falls, the flags serve as a compass directing us back to shore. Some prefer to use flags of the political parties they support, from the NDC to the NPP.
Fisherman side no de mia, bone obi or man the NPP, bone obi or man the NDC.
And that's it for the news this morning. We have a lot more news highlights on the news portals. We'll look at myjoyonline.com. We'll look at the Africa page of the BBC and one or two others. But just in case you don't know where to check up a lot more of the news, we also have a channel on YouTube. My Joy Online TV is there. Please, we have a lot more of uploaded videos.
For you teachers and nurses, there's good news this morning. The allowances have been restored. We've got details in the newspapers.
Oh, you mean the trainees?
Yes.
You see, huh? Campaign promise.
Okay, but it's not taking effect until March.
Oh.
Just so you know.
It's campaign promise. All right. So it's just, you know, for the giving. But we'll also bring you a lot more sports, and we'll do all that next.